What up, guys? Welcome back to the Soulcial Misfits podcast. I'm Adan.
I'm Matt.
I'm Alex.
Let's get it, bro. We're back for our 5th episode of the podcast.
Sheesh.
That's crazy. Number 5.
Episode 5.
We are moving.
Already.
We've been grinding, low-key.
Yeah,
We've been doing this for like a week. I mean, a month. My bad.
Yeah. A little bit more
I
than
think
a month.
over a month now.
Yeah,
bro.
a little bit over a month.
That's crazy.
No, bro, like a month and a half almost.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's crazy.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
last episode we had our first guest,
Yeah.
which was
Shout out
crazy.
to Alan, bro.
Yeah,
that
shout
episode
out
to
was,
him.
That was
a great
really
episode.
good. That was a
Matt
great
says he doesn't rewatch our episodes, but he said he rewatched that one and
Yeah, that one was.
He was
fun.
cracking
That
up.
We don't know why
Nah,
he
that
doesn't
was
rewatch
funny.
them.
it's because Matt's a little shy about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't
just
like
don't
hearing your
watch
It's
it.
voice?
weird hearing
But-
my voice and just watching me.
I thought that at first too, but
And
It's
then it's just
chill.
normal.
I still
Yeah.
think that, but I mean,
yeah, I think
Regardless, just watching.
I like
I'll
hearing
just watch
myself
it
and
here.
see like, damn,
run up the
I
views a
suck.
little bit.
I feel like my voice sounds weird on the.
That's
like
how
when I
am
hear
too.
myself, I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
I sound like that.
You sound like that? You don't like it?
It's just weird.
It's just weird.
It's not that I don't like it. I think it's just. I don't know.
You're
it's just
not
weird.
used to it. kind
Yeah,
of
I'm
thing.
not used to hearing.
How do you
myself.
think actors feel?
I heard a lot of actors don't watch like their own movies.
Nah, I heard
Yeah,
they
me
do.
too.
Don't they have to?
They don't have to.
They don't have to. They don't have to go to the premiere.
A lot of them do, but I don't think you have to.
Oh, like you don't have to watch the movie. You just pull up to the
Mhm.
premiere.
Yeah. Yeah, you just pull up and leave after. Just do the red carpet and leave.
Just leave.
You get ready for all that just to get in the car. and
Some
then-
people do for real.
I'd probably be like that, to be honest.
Yeah,
You
I
would?
feel like you
Go
would.
I feel
home.
like I would. Yeah.
Put
Or
some
no,
pictures-
I'd probably just go like somewhere else. While everybody else is like right there watching it.
Yeah, but it was our first guest episode. That was crazy. I mean,
Yeah. It was a great first guest.
Yeah.
Too.
Mm-hmm.
Like Alan killed it.
he killed
he
it for
did.
sure.
He did really good.
And I
We
think the
talked-
environment was just good because we were all comfortable with each other.
Yeah, it
Such
felt
a
re-
vibe.
It
was
felt
so
really
fun.
good. It felt natural. It was fun to film.
No, I was. Yeah. That one was really, really
I
fun.
think that's when you know you're doing something and you're enjoying it. When you're having
Yeah.
fun filming it, and you can look back at it and be like, "Bro, that was really, really
Yeah.
fun."
Like, I'm already looking forward to our next guest, bro.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And then even when Alan
But
comes
before
back,
that, we're gonna have something else a little different.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
I guess we can announce it right now.
I'm
doing-
down.
Can we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that we're doing like a little, I guess, a takeover kind of thing.
Yeah.
A takeover episode
Yeah, we're letting.
with
Go ahead.
the
go ahead.
females.
Yo.
Yeah.
So-
So we had an idea. I think everyone thought of this, but I kind of brought it up just
Yeah.
because it was like,
Low key.
yeah, I just brought it up because I was like, bro, this would be a different way to look at something. First
Yeah.
off, and second off, I feel like it would just kind of fit the whole theme of our podcast. Like,
I think so.
it would help out as in the female audience. You know, a lot of stuff that we talk about only males relate to. Or
Yeah.
it's like male topics.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, y'all are married and y'all have wives, and
I think it's good to get their perspectives because,
Mhm.
like we say all the time, like all of us have our own opinions, right? And different
For sure.
perspectives. And the girls that we're gonna have on here, my wife, your wife,
Mm-hmm.
and then some friends, like they're gonna bring a whole different vibe, a whole different perspective, and you know their thoughts and their subjects and topics they're gonna talk about. So I think it's gonna be really.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be a great.
And
episode.
don't think just because it's a female episode that males can't watch it or shouldn't watch
yeah.
it.
Nah,
it's
they
gonna
should
Bro,
watch
they're
it.
gonna talk about some stuff that
Yeah.
everyone's
Oh yeah.
everyone's gonna like to
Relatable.
hear about. Yeah,
Yeah.
For
for
sure.
sure.
So I'm
So
excited for
we're
that.
we're excited for that. That should be the next episode after this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should we do ours and then theirs?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I like that.
Yeah, but that's interesting in itself, and
No,
you
it
know,
is. Yeah.
We were
I'm
saying,
excited to
like-
see how it goes.
we were saying like, dang, what if theirs pops
I
off?
know.
They get thousands of views, and we're just stuck
We're
in like the
we're
100.
finna pass the torch to them. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just let them
we're
take
the-
over.
They're gonna be the new Social Misfits podcast.
Imagine.
What'd you say, Matt? Nah.
I said no.
Nah,
Can't do that.
Can't do that. Can't let that happen.
Probably won't allow that.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean,
Archer, do you feel
I
like?
would be down to let them like record every now and then too, though.
Yeah, I would too.
Like,
I wouldn't
regardless of how
mind.
many views they get or whatever. Like,
Oh, for sure.
bro, like y'all, whenever y'all want to do an episode or
Go ahead.
y'all come on.
How do you
I mean,
feel?
I think
how,
they
how do you
have
think
more
Jenny
time.
feels?
I think she would love that. She came up and she was like, "Babe, I low-key want to start a podcast."
She
Well,
was-
that'd be
I was
awesome, bro, for
It'd be
real.
nice, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that
I
would
think
be cool.
like, I mean, it depends what she wants to do. You know, who she
Yeah.
wants on there.
No,
But I mean,
definitely.
either way, whoever she has, I think would be really good.
Yeah.
That's what we were saying earlier when we were talking about the guest last episode. Like, bro, everybody that we know, like in our church and stuff, in our friend groups and all that, like we all just bring a different type of atmosphere to,
Different
you know,
perspective.
to the mics when we talk.
Yeah.
And so, like whoever once I start this podcast, bro, like y'all have a voice.
Definitely.
Y'all's opinions are
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
relatable.
it just got to be something you want to do. At
Exactly.
the end of the day,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
when we start this, we're not looking for no like monetary value. We weren't even looking
No.
for views. We're not
Yeah,
even looking
we're
for
not.
views.
You said it the first time, like, bro, like if we release one episode and we never did again, like
We're
we'd
good
be
with
happy,
that.
like
We'll be
we're
really
proud,
happy,
but if we
yeah.
at least did it, you know.
And now I'm super proud of us being this
Yeah.
consistent
Bro,
and this
episode 5?
bro,
That's
episode 5
crazy.
already. And I asked them before we started this podcast, I was like, how long do y'all think we can be consistent at this? Like, how long do y'all think we can actually like keep going? And I was like, you think until the end of the year is feasible, like to actually do episode a week? And we like kind of questions it, but at the end of the day, it's like, yeah.
Like why not? Bro?
Yeah,
There's like so
yeah.
many
Okay.
things to talk about, so many topics, like.
And
we
as long
have so many guests that we want to bring on here.
yeah,
so.
for sure. And you know, we've heard feedback, and it seems like a lot of
Some
people
really
are liking it.
positive
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
like it's stuff that, you know, we see stuff that like it makes us feel like we're actually doing something
Yeah.
important, and
I agree,
you know,
yeah.
And
It's-
also makes us get out of our comfort zone
Yeah,
as well.
for
like,
sure.
Like just coming
I
up
don't
with
think
topics, planning wise.
yeah, I don't think I would ever like share some stuff that I'm gonna share or have shared on this podcast to random people on the street
That's
or
true.
the people that can access this podcast. If I hadn't have done this, you know what I mean?
No, for
That's
sure.
true.
I think it's funny, bro, because I was talking to my dad yesterday at work, and he was like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, you're gonna be recording, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be doing the podcast." And he's like, oh, "Okay, all right." So it's like my dad is already like, "Okay, yeah, like he's got something to do on Saturday, like you're recording." So it's like, bro, we've like kind of made it like
Dang.
part of our like
Yeah.
daily routine, our like weekly routine.
Yeah.
So shout out to us, bro. We've been
Yeah, we've been
we're
killing
doing
it.
good, man. And I'm
Shout out
proud of
Aaron,
us.
too.
Yeah.
Shout out Aaron for the editing.
Oh, Aaron's
For
been
the
killing it
editing,
on the
yeah.
editing.
Yeah.
For real.
He'd be staying up till like 4 or 5 in the morning, editing.
Yeah. He's not here today. He has something to do, but
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out.
But
Aaron.
he takes care of the other half, and that's
Yeah.
recording, editing, everything.
That's probably like the most important part
Yeah.
too.
For real.
Because like I mean I
Without
personally
that-
don't know how to
yeah.
edit videos
I
and
don't
I'll do
either.
all
No,
that
without
stuff.
him, I don't think we get episodes out. And if we do,
It'd be
they're
rough, bro.
they'll be rough.
If we did. That's true.
Yeah, but
let's move on to the next
Yeah.
little topic.
Topic.
So this weekend, today actually, we have probably one of, if not the greatest, like top 2.
I say he's the greatest Mexican boxer ever. But I was thinking the greatest Mexican athlete ever.
Mexican
I'm trying to
athlete.
think of other Mexican.
So you got like of course, the other boxers like Cesar Chavez,
yeah, Oscar, but I don't.
De La Hoya.
But I think
What about
I think
Ryan
Canelo already
Garcia?
passed Oscar. To
Me
be
too.
honest.
You said who?
Ryan Garcia.
Bro.
Does he count? Mexican?
He is, but he's
he
not there
counts,
yet, bro.
but
He's
not
way
there.
too early.
Yeah, he's.
He's really early in
Yeah.
his. I mean, but who knows, bro? He might like.
I'm trying to
Come
think
out,
what
like-
other athletes like are really really prominent. All you got is soccer, pretty much.
Soccer?
Yeah. Chicharito.
Chicharito?
Nah, he's pretty nice though.
You know who
Javier
that is, Matt?
Hernandez. You don't know
You don't know who Chicharito is?
I think so. Chicharito.
Yeah.
Right?
the soccer player, the one that's
Mexico?
Yeah, from Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't watch a lot of soccer, but I mean, I know of him just because.
Yeah, but he's a legend though.
Mexican?
Mexican
Well,
legend though.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't lie. Mexican
What about
legend.
the other Mexican? Who's another Mexican legend?
For soccer?
Cuauhtémoc. Oh, what's his name? Cuauhtémoc?
Who's that?
You don't know who that is?
No.
He's another Mexican legend.
Old guy or
He's an old head. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
another one? Ochoa, the keeper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say something.
Memo?
Let's see.
Yeah, Memo Ochoa.
Memo Ochoa?
Aaron.
Who's that?
Hernandez. That's actually the worst one.
That's crazy.
Wait, he's Mexican?
I don't know. He's. I mean, his last name is Hernandez.
Was he Mexican?
Was he Mexican?
I don't know.
Past tense was.
Yeah, it was. 'Cause he's gone, but that's crazy. That's crazy you said that.
No. I think Canelo.
No, Canelo-
Low
is
key,
the greatest.
yes.
Yeah.
low
Because
key.
you got to think
Nah,
about
high key.
recognizability.
Yeah,
High
high key,
key.
bro. High key. He is.
Like
He
nowadays, a
surpassed
lot
everybody.
a lot of kids like if you shown somebody a picture of like Ochoa or like
I don't
Javier
think they
Hernandez,
know.
they wouldn't recognize him. But if you show a picture of Canelo, like a lot of people are recognizing him.
All
So,
type, like, from
Yeah.
all walks of life.
it's kind of like if you see a picture of Mike Tyson, you're like, that's Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah, a lot of people know him.
And Canelo's getting to that level now to where he's like,
Bro,
actually,
No, for real.
yeah, he can go down. I said great.
I think he can, yeah.
Yeah,
Already.
he can go
I
down
mean,
as one of the greatest boxers ever.
Yeah,
but
I
I
think-
think he's already the greatest Mexican boxer ever.
Yeah, I think I love that he's just like, bro. He's fighting everybody, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a lot of people say that he ducks people, but like
I don't think
he
so.
can't just fight anybody and everybody. Like
But wait,
they gotta bring something
Alright.
to the table too.
I have a
And
question.
he's like, bro, he like dominates every single fight.
What's a reason for his success? What do y'all think it is?
So like, I know a little bit, bro. Like I said, I do a lot of research on stuff, so I know a little bit about Canelo's background. So when he was a kid, he got bullied a lot because of his hair and how white complected he was.
Yeah.
So back in Mexico, he would get bullied a lot, and he said that he had to fight a lot in the streets because of this.
Hear about that
I thought his wasn't his brother already boxing? One of his older brothers.
Yeah, his brother boxed, and then they ended up at the age of like 13 or something, 14. He ended up finding Chepo Reynoso, which is Eddie Reynoso's dad, I think, the old guy that's always with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he discovered him, and then Eddie Reynoso went to training him, turned pro at 15.
That's crazy.
And then started going crazy and been going crazy ever since. And
I think he has been going crazy ever since.
I've heard that Mexico creates like in like maybe not the what do you call it, like the big league, I guess, of boxing. Like they don't pop off, but like in just their own city, like Mexicans really have a heart for boxing. And like what about like Olympic wise? Don't they also aren't they up there?
Cuba,
I think I've heard
Cuba
and Puerto. I think Puerto Ricans. I think that's what
Cuba is up there Olympic wise and boxing wise, bro. Because I don't know if y'all know, but in Cuba, boxing used to be illegal.
For real?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well, I guess Cuba. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because they were
like they don't even got internet.
So I was watching.
For real? Cuba's like that?
Yeah.
I heard Cuba's pretty bad, but.
It was
not now, but not like too long ago. Like probably like 20, 50 years. I mean, 30 years ago.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's pretty bad.
So I was watching this podcast of the Joe Rogan podcast with Yoel Romero, which Yoel Romero is a ex-UFC fighter. He now fights in Bellator now, I think. But straight from Cuba, like the swollest, jackest guy you've ever seen. He was saying how he got his come up in boxing. Like at first, bro, they would have to go out into the woods to practice boxing.
That's crazy.
Like, because they couldn't do it anywhere and everywhere. Yeah. So they had specific areas where they would like
pretty
travel.
Much like underground boxing.
Yeah, underground boxing type stuff.
That's the word.
So then he did that, and he ended up making the trip on the boat from Cuba to Florida. And then that's how he got his come up, like through boxing, and then he transferred to MMA, and then he became successful through that. There's a lot of stories of Cuban people like coming over here. And just finding success in that, because that culture is like so toxic. I guess the fighting culture over there is so big.
I thought you meant like in general.
No, but in general, it was bad over there. Yeah. In general, it was bad over there. Probably still is, but Cuba was crazy, but
that is crazy.
You look at them in the Olympics and boxing, like, bro, a lot of fighters.
Wait, were they part of the Olympics because of everything going on?
Yeah, they were. I think they were.
I wonder when.
So, do you think like? Okay, y'all say Cuba is like very like what did y'all say? Communist, right?
Yeah.
Y'all think for people to
it's not no more, right? That was like Fidel Castro stuff.
I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I've heard like it still kind of is. Cause I've heard they portray like where like the touristic side, they portray like hey, come in here, American people.
Like they make it seem like it's good, but
like if you look really behind it, like people hate it.
You think people are proud to fight for Cuba? You know,
bro, I feel like everyone's gonna have some kind of patriotism towards their country. So, like for example,
at least their hometown,
like they're gonna be
like the people in North Korea actually think they're fighting like for a good cause.
Yeah,
the same way that Americans think they're fighting for a good cause. So it's kind of like wherever you're from, you kind of fall into that category of okay, these are our beliefs, and this is what I'm gonna fight for. Yeah, and which is crazy, right? Like that is different all over the world.
But, right? Because like we've grown up with like freedom, like no other, and then there's places around us, bro, that are like the total opposite.
Yeah.
They control everything that they do.
And the thing is, that's all they know, so they're fine with that. Yeah. That's all they know, so they're fine with that. There's nothing they can do. But occasionally, you have people that like you have revolutions and like people that rebel against the government and stuff like that.
Has that happened in our time?
I mean, you have the Germany one, like whenever they tore down the Berlin Wall and all that.
That's not our time.
That's like,
I mean, like in the past 20 years. That was after World War II, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's like the 50s or something. 40s.
If you think about it, that's really 60s. Not that far back though.
It's not at all.
It's low key feeling like it though, because I remember when I was like in elementary school.
Recent ones you have.
I was like, that's 50 years ago.
Yeah.
But now, like, you put 20 years on top of that, bro. Now it feels that's 70 years.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Recent ones, I'm pretty sure, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. But there have been some recent ones.
Yeah.
Like I know Cuba did some. What else?
I heard that Russia started fighting back against Russia.
Oh, you got Hong Kong.
Oh yeah, the
Hong
thing that
Kong
happened in
becoming
Hong
its
Kong.
own republic, like separating from China.
No, that's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
No, it's the opposite. Because when
No, China's communist. Hong Kong is trying to get free from communism.
yeah, that's what they're trying to do. But there's
Yeah.
there's
Like
an
right now
agreement.
they're doing that?
There's an
Right now
agreement
they're
that
trying to do it?
happened.
Or that's
Yeah.
recently?
This is recent, like
No,
probably
so
the
like
last
back
2 years, 3
back
years.
in the 1800s when who is it? Britain that took over. You know how they took over China and all that. They made an agreement that they were gonna leave Hong Kong because Hong Kong's a port.
Yeah,
That's where stuff comes through. So they were like, we're gonna leave Hong Kong. We're still gonna like have our foot in there. So you can't make it full communist. But they said it for this long. And I think it was 2020 when they created that. And they were like, what, in the early 1900s? They were like, 2020, we'll talk about it, right? And they finally came down.
and then
And that's when Hong Kong was like the people of Hong Kong, they're like, nah, bro. Like, we don't want that because we don't want y'all to be all up in our business.
That happened recently.
That could turn over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, create some stuff.
I don't know. It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of historical stuff. It's really interesting.
More, but yeah, there's been stuff, bro.
That would be cool to have an episode about.
It's happening in our everyday lives, which is crazy. Especially like the Russia-Ukraine stuff. That's happening.
That was
right now.
In our
bro.
time.
That's kind of shocking. Like
Right
brand new to us.
Yeah.
It was crazy, like seeing like all the alerts on your phone.
Yeah.
Like you see on Instagram or Facebook, or like even if you get like notifications from like Apple, the news thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like Russia declares war against
Like
Ukraine
that.
and like they're invading and like.
You got a little
Bro.
scared a little bit.
Nah, but like seeing the like, did y'all see that video of that? What is it called? Those tanks, bro. Where it like that car was trying to escape.
Yeah,
and it just
ran
like
it
purposely
over?
like went onto the other side of the road and ran it over.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
bro.
crazy.
Like that at that point, bro. Like that's just cruel. Like
I
why would
heard
you do that?
Ukrainians were stealing tanks from like the Russian people.
I believe it.
Well, the thing is, the Russians,
That's funny.
the Russians kind of came in unprepared. Not gonna lie.
Oh,
Either
no.
that or Putin's like really playing the whole world and only sending in. They said supposedly he's sending in the dummies. Like basically the people that he knows, like, oh, y'all just going to die.
He knows every individual one.
Yeah, by heart. Nah, but he'll send people in and with like
with the intention of like,
intention
y'all
of
might
like
not make it, so
yeah, the
y'all
intention
go.
of I'm just gonna send y'all in just as test waters, and then but I don't know.
But at what like what's the purpose for that? Like
For you can see, okay, how
like,
much am I
can
gonna
actually take over there?
how much am I gonna get away with until somebody steps in, or how much am I gonna get away with to like how much would it take for me to actually do this?
Yeah.
Like, who knows?
You mean somebody step in as in like another country step in?
Yeah,
to
like
help?
NATO and all that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Putin's really just
Imagine
playing.
we were
bro.
there.
There's some good topics, bro. But I heard you can make some money going out there though.
How?
My brother was telling me that they were like paying like $2,000 a day, bro, to go help Ukraine fight.
Like being there and
Like you just go over there, bro. You help them fight. I don't know if that means like front lines or like, you know, you're just
I'm be
there,
cooking
like,
in the
In
back.
in
like,
the soup kitchen, giving the soldiers
yeah.
some tacos.
I don't know, bro.
They gonna be like,
Like,
what is
I
that?
heard 2,000 a day.
Bro, you ever had this? It's called McDonald's.
They're
Get
like,
2,000 just to take some McDonald's over there.
Hey, bro, I'm going over there for a week, bro. Coming back.
Nah, but that is crazy. Like
I don't know how true that is. Though.
you go evangelize?
He had just told me. That'd be clean.
That would come.
That would be clean. Imagine.
Imagine.
yeah, you gonna mess around and get killed though.
Think so?
Yeah,
Oh.
By the Russians.
bro. The Ukrainians probably don't want you over there evangelizing you right now.
They probably do.
Like, bro,
They're
grab
hope.
a gun, bro. Like, hey, bro, I got a sword.
Cause what do you think they are? Like mostly Muslim over there?
No, they're mostly like what? Eastern Orthodox? I
don't
mean,
know.
Eastern Christian?
Cause you look at the
What does that
what's
mean?
Hezbollah?
Eastern Christian.
What's Hezbollah?
Oh, no, he's
Muslim, right?
Actually, I don't.
Is he's Ukrainian?
Hezbollah is
he-
Russian.
He's the same as Khabib, or like from over.
Dagestan. It's like
But it's because
bro, Dagestan, all that. It's all the same thing.
Because this
It's
is
all Russia.
this is where that's it. That's Russia, right? But then you got down here where it's like these are kind of like Arab looking people, Russian people, and then down here it's like like they look like blondes, you know, like Ukrainians,
Yeah.
like they're blonde, blue eyed. That's where it mixes.
But then you also got the bivels in there that kind of look like a Mexican a little bit.
Low key.
Oh yeah.
Or the
guy who's about to
Mongolians.
fight
The
right
dude
now.
who's fighting Canelo,
He
he
kind
kind
of
of
look
look
like
Mexican.
Mexican.
Yeah, he
Asian
do.
type.
Mexican
Low key,
Asian.
he had a taper fade.
He does, bro. He has a low fade.
I look. That's what I saw, but I was like,
The
he has a
cut-
taper
the cut
fade.
cut, like the.
He has that.
Oh yeah, he does.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like a Mexican low key.
Low key.
Which is funny because isn't he Russian, right?
He's Russian, yeah.
That's crazy. He don't look like a Russian, but
It's funny.
Anyways, bro, we got off track again.
but it was good talk stuff.
No, it
What
was,
I gonna
it
say?
It was.
Okay, so-
Canelo, bro. I'm going Canelo.
Of course, we're going Canelo.
Yeah,
With the greatest Mexican athlete ever, right? Canelo.
yeah,
Canelo.
Canelo.
Yeah. I think we
Greatest
can all agree
boxer,
on
Mexican boxer,
that. Canelo.
Yeah,
Canelo's a goat, bro.
bro.
Canelo's a goat.
I just love that we're able to see it in our time.
For real.
Like, bro, we're seeing this stuff happen, bro. Like before our own eyes.
Yeah, but then old heads will say like, oh,
They'll probably be like,
Cesar
Cesar
Chavez
Chavez, yeah.
was better and stuff like that. But
Probably because that dude fought like literally anybody and everybody.
But I
But
don't
if
think
Canelo
so,
did that, bro, Canelo's
Bro.
numbers would be up too. Like, didn't Cesar Chavez fight like 90?
No,
people?
look, y'all never answered
He
my
was 90 and 0 or
my
something.
question.
Huh?
was he like 90 and 0? Am I
I
tripping?
think so.
He was like
I don't know.
90 and 1. Cesar Chavez.
Oh, I don't know.
He fought like 90 people, bro, and only lost like once.
For real?
Yeah. But if, like I said, bro, Canelo fights anybody and everybody, bro, that they throw at him, he'll probably have just as many fights, bro, and like.
Who do you think you beat Canelo? Low key.
Probably me. No.
Me, bro. I'm saying maybe Better BF, bro. Which is the guy that's in the division that
You mean
Canelo's
Betcher-
fighting right now.
What's his name? Betcher.
I just call him Better BF, bro. That's how the name is like.
It's
That's how
called
it's like
Betcher
spelled
Beef.
out.
Betcher Beef?
Well, it's
Betcher Beef.
BETE.
Yeah.
So Better BF.
Better BF is funny.
What would
That's not how you say it, but
How do you say it? Better BF?
Betcher Beef.
Betcher
something
Beef?
like that.
Better B. I don't know. Better BF. I'm calling him Better BF.
Better
That's
be.
super funny.
I
Alright,
gotta check out how you pronounce it, but maybe him, bro.
I don't think anybody could be
That dude's. He
in
looks crazy.
in the division that he's in.
What division? The
168,
right now?
175.
Oh no, that one he's got that on hands.
The only thing that he could probably lose in is if he goes up to heavyweight and
Heavyweight?
fights Usyk.
Yeah, I heard he's thinking about cruiserweight too, bro. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
but
What is that?
Cruiserweights. Yeah, like what is it, like 185, 190 to like 200?
But he's
Imagine
thinking. He said he wants to fight for the heavyweight title, so he would have to
That's wild, bro.
He would
Can you
have to
imagine
go
Canelo
above
being
200.
swole, bro.
go. He'll have to go above 200. He'll have to weigh in at 201, and that would be an exception.
That's crazy, bro. I hope we get to see stuff like that, bro.
I
That's
think we get
crazy.
knocked out.
You think so?
Yeah.
Who would he be
Heavyweight.
fighting?
Usyk. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dang.
He would get rocked.
Oh, you
so?
think so?
Bro, that dude's too big for him.
But like,
How would he get?
Canelo's
but
5'8".
Canelo's fast, though,
Canelo's
bro.
5'8". At 200,
Well, you're
he's
so
probably not
used
that
to
fast.
being lightweight.
yeah.
That's
Ca-
when you're like,
Bro, I want y'all to know. Canelo started his career at like
Nah, he was
140
tiny,
or
bro.
something.
Yeah, he was little.
yeah.
like 150, 155, 154. He fought Floyd at 154.
Oh, yeah,
He was little.
I know
bro.
that.
Like skinny.
He's trying to move up to 201 pounds.
That's 50
To fight
pounds.
somebody-
That's crazy.
To
Bro.
fight
Bro, I'm
somebody
trying to do the
that's
opposite.
yeah, to fight somebody that's 6'3", 215 on the.
I would love to see it, though.
Easy day.
Probably be the biggest fight ever.
I don't think so, but that would be crazy.
No, it would be.
If Usyk had a bigger name, yeah,
Usyk?
yeah,
Okay, if it's Tyson Fury versus Canelo.
yeah, then yeah.
That would be crazy.
But-
bro, Tyson Fury is not gonna.
Tyson
knock
Fury
30.
6'9", 300.
Oh, sheesh.
That's wild.
Nah, he would knock him out. Canelo's punches probably
Imagine.
wouldn't even hurt that much.
You
He'll
think
be
so?
like,
Yeah, he's more skilled, but
and then, yeah.
when you get to a certain weight, skill doesn't matter anymore.
We'll see. They're saying about Canelo fighting Triple G again. To
I
me,
see
that's
that.
pointless, bro.
That is.
I think Triple
I don't
G's still better than a lot of people that Canelo's fought.
You
Think
think
so?
Triple G is getting like Caleb Plant out of there and like Billy
Yes.
Joe out of there
Yes.
too?
Oh, heck yeah.
I really want to see Canelo versus Benavidez though. I think that would be a good fight.
I don't think Benavidez, bro. I
I
don't
think
think any of these
Benavidez-
people are that good.
See,
I'm
me
gonna be
neither.
honest.
But it's like,
You just want to see it?
yeah, because that's what everybody's saying. Like,
He don't have nothing
oh,
better.
Charlo
Nobody
brothers
better
wanna
to fight.
Canelo and Andrade.
The thing is, bro, none of these people have have
belts.
belts.
So it's pointless for him to fight.
So
them.
Canelo's gonna fight the people with belts, and
Exactly,
just happened.
yeah.
Bivol has belts. Caleb Plant had a belt.
Mhm.
Saunders
How
had
many
a
belts
belt.
does Canelo have?
He's undisputed. I mean, he's champion 4 weight classes. So
4?
probably overall, he had like 10 to 12 in his career. Just crazy.
That is. And
Yeah.
then if he beats this guy today, that's another belt, bro. You add on there.
Yeah.
And I think Better BF, whatever his name is, he has the rest of them, right?
I don't know.
He has the rest of those belts, I think.
I don't know. He getting him out of there too, though. Unless I'm either really overlooking Bivol or I'm not, or I'm correct.
No, I think it's gonna be a good fight.
I'm either correct or it's gonna be a good fight and Canelo might lose. But I don't see that happening. I see Canelo destroying this kid, so that's just
I don't
what
know
I
about
see.
destroying.
Destroying.
I don't know about
I see him Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant.
But Billy Joe Saunders was actually a good fight before Canelo knocked him out.
Yeah, but he knocked him out though.
Yeah, but it was a competitive fight. Like
Yeah, but he knocked him out
like
though.
Billy Joe started to figure Canelo
I think
out,
anybody's
kinda.
gonna have a competitive fight with Canelo in the first 3 rounds if they're decent enough. First
Yeah,
6
sure.
rounds if they're decent enough.
That's
Canelo
true.
doesn't heat up until the end, but
It's because Canelo like takes those first few rounds, bro, like figuring him out.
Yeah, he does.
And then he just like flips his switch, bro, and he goes crazy.
yeah,
That's gonna be a good one. I can't wait.
that's good boxing talk.
Yeah,
No, but well, our last little icebreaker.
it's kind of like way like
It's
it's
different.
like boxing, and then it's
Yeah.
like way different.
I don't even know if we should talk about
Okay.
that. I mean, we can.
Nah,
Nah, we're talking about if you can travel anywhere in the 48 states, where would you go?
Yeah,
so
so-
not counting Alaska and Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm
We were,
saying.
we were talking about this before the podcast too.
Yeah,
And
I'm saying-
we can't say Cali though.
okay.
'Cause we
can't-
all-
that just changes my whole
Nah.
answers.
that changes our.
Because that was all of ours though. We all said
Yeah,
pretty
we
much
talked
like
about it
Cali.
before, and we were all
Ah,
talking
then I'll
about
say
Cali.
something else.
All right.
All
I'll
right,
say
what do you say
something.
then?
What
Since
am I
you're so,
saying? What am I
since you're so
thinking?
confident.
Not Cali. So you can't say Cali or you can't say Alaska or
Or
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Okay. Probably Washington. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
said.
dead though.
But I would want to go for like the mountains and stuff.
That would be clean.
Like the.
It's
I
'cause
don't
you-
want to go for the city. I wouldn't even want to stay in the city.
It's
You
a
want to
cool
stay
little
like in the
scenic
woods
thing.
and
Yeah, I would
like,
want to stay in the woods, hike,
Honestly, I'd probably say Washington
chill,
too, maybe.
swim,
Maybe Oregon,
or Oregon.
Portland, Oregon, because they have like the coast right there.
Yeah.
I'm probably saying that Portland, Oregon.
I think I'm going Grand Canyon
Or somewhere in like Maine.
or Las Vegas,
Maine would be cool. Maine is by New York, right? So that's
Yeah.
on the opposite side.
On
But
the
like,
East
East Coast.
So just breathe all the.
Bro, what does that mean?
all
the
that
air?
fresh air, the lakes. I'll probably
They got
just. I'll
lobsters
probably
up
get a
there.
flight just to do that. Just
And then leave.
and then leave. Yeah.
That's funny.
that is.
What about you? What about you?
Yeah, I'm going Oregon, bro.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll probably go. I was thinking Las Vegas, low key.
Why?
Sin
Because
City.
the deserts and stuff.
Yeah, because of the deserts. Like I would want to go to Area 51.
Just
I
'cause
know
of
you
that?
can't go. It's
Oh,
illegal
you-
to
you
go.
wanna
You
be
can
like-
just stand out.
Like where it's
But-
like do not enter.
Yeah,
You want to go right there.
Yeah,
That's
clean.
Las Vegas.
Yeah,
West Nevada.
Nevada is
Oh yeah.
Area
Nevada,
51.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I thought that was Arizona.
I've seen videos of people crossing that line.
You have?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen
and like
people
the
where
people
they're
like,
standing
like
in the
surround them,
line.
right?
bro.
Like,
Yeah,
like
they start coming from everywhere. Like they're like, nah, you can't come.
What do you think they're actually hiding, bro?
That's a whole nother topic.
That
That's
is
a conspiracy
that
theory
is.
topic.
It's a nuke.
You
Nah,
think so?
I think it's probably aliens.
It's a
Low-key.
nuke with the alien blood.
No, I don't know.
With the alien.
Supposedly, what they released, they said that it was for they would test aircrafts there.
Where?
Yeah, but
Area
then,
51.
but
But
then why
where?
would they be so like protective, bro? Like you can't even cross that line. Like that's what's kind of trippy. Is like
The
if you're
government's
just
for sure
if
hiding
you're
something.
testing aircraft, bro, like why can't we watch you test aircraft?
Oh, wait, isn't it underground?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
It's like surrounded by the mountains though, like there's like a way, right? But there's like hills all around it, so it kind of like goes in, so it's like its own little area.
I don't know. It's in the desert, hidden.
Yeah,
I'm picturing something.
we should get into that on another.
Yeah,
episode.
you're tripping. You talking about underground?
No,
They-
I
I
thought
bet
no,
they do
I
have
thought
some
it's like
underground.
it's
Oh,
like
yeah, for
I thought
sure.
it was like a little like obviously like there's stuff on top, but most of the stuff they do is underground.
It's like underground.
No, I don't think so. I think they do have stuff underground, but I don't think it's that.
You don't think it's like everything underground?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. We definitely never see anything, so
That's
they
true.
keep
Yeah.
it hidden.
Who knows whenever we'll get the truth out.
Yeah, true. But I'm going with Oregon.
Oregon,
You say Seattle?
Seattle, Maine,
Like
You?
Nevada.
but it's dry.
But then from there, I can just go to the Grand
Grand
Canyon,
Canyon.
too.
Oh, that's true.
It
Honestly,
is
bro, if
dry,
you think about it, like
but we have water. So
everything in the U.S., bro, is like pretty nice.
We got a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah,
Got a desert.
not Texas.
No,
Texas is nice, bro.
Texas.
Texas is nice.
Yeah,
Texas should be just its own country, right?
I think Colorado, low key too, is.
Colorado's
It's
nice.
clean.
I've never been there.
I've never been, but I heard it's nice.
It's really nice, bro. I really want to go in wintertime, like when it's like blizzards type stuff.
What about them dead states like North Dakota? You don't hear nothing from over
Matt be going over there.
No way, no. Bro.
Would you go to North Dakota?
I'd have to.
I would.
I'd have to do some research, bro, and be like, okay, what is there to actually do in North Dakota? And
Matt,
if it's like some interesting stuff, like, but they have beautiful lakes and like national parks, then I'm like, all right, I'll go.
Don't they got like farms?
I don't know.
But you
I know
like that
nothing
stuff
about North
though.
Dakota. I do.
Or
'Cause
South
it's interesting,
Dakota?
bro.
I would want to go. I would just want to.
I would want to go everywhere, but if I had the choice, I would not go.
I would go.
Like if I had the choice to,
You're like, nah, I'm not gonna go to North Dakota.
like if I had to go on a vacation to North Dakota, I'd be like, yeah, I'll go.
Or Idaho.
You're going to like Iowa.
But if I had the choice
Iowa?
to not go there and then choose somewhere else, then I'll do that.
Oh, duh.
yeah.
But
I think the goal though for me is to, and me and Perla is to like go to every single state, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's a goal, bro.
That's-
Is to just
that's
like
a goal.
travel like that.
yeah, but I think North Dakota and South Dakota won't be that different. So it's like I don't have to go to both.
Kind of do both at the same time.
Yeah.
Just cross the border. Or how about that spot where you touch all 4 states?
Where's that at?
It's Utah. Is it Nevada?
Yeah,
Arizona.
Wyoming?
New
And
Mexico,
Colorado.
Colorado.
Wait,
yeah, no, New
no.
Mexico. Is it New Mexico?
I think it is.
I know it's Colorado.
Well, I think it's
and
Nevada, New Mexico,
Arizona
Utah,
for sure.
and then what's
Wait.
up here? Colorado? I don't know.
I don't know, but it's like basically where all 4 states meet like a little
Yeah,
T.
because you know they're literally squares.
So you could be in all of them at the same time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's actually like a little attraction right there.
Oh, yeah?
They got like a little like
A little
something
division.
like looks like this. And
Oh
then
yeah,
there's a little
literally like
circle.
that. Yeah.
And you standing in and you're
You
like,
Yeah.
standing in, you
people
can say
take
you're in
pictures.
all 4 states at the same
yeah.
time.
Time traveling?
You love that.
Some Dr.
I
Strange
can
time
tell
stuff?
you love that.
That's clean.
Look,
I'm trying to
Look
go.
his face.
I'm going right now.
I don't care what I like to.
I leave tomorrow. All right, so Doctor Strange. When y'all trying to watch it? What do y'all think about it?
I don't know.
I'm down.
Honestly,
So you really don't really care to watch it?
I don't think this one had that much hype.
Bro, this one.
I think if you don't know about it,
maybe
Exactly.
If
But
you're not,
is it a
an Avengers
Captain
peak
Marvel?
for Avengers peak,
Type vibe?
you had look. This is Avengers peak. Look,
Captain Marvel is terrible.
Exactly. I think that's what he thinks. Of
So
Doctor
you're
Strange.
putting it in like
I'm
the
putting
hype type as like Captain Marvel type.
hype wise, yes. Performance wise, I don't know yet because I haven't watched the movie, right? But Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, ultimate hype. Bro, everyone was talking about these movies.
Okay. You feel like it hasn't been like that?
I feel like not many people have talked about Doctor
I feel
Strange.
like I've
That's
seen
'cause
it
I
so
think
much on Instagram. Bro.
I've heard like
well, that's
these
because
are the
Instagram.
build-up.
Look, this is a good thing to talk about. Instagram natures to your
liking.
likings, exactly.
I agree. Okay. Yeah.
You don't like that?
So that's why Doctor Strange pops up a lot. Like for me, Hezbollah pops up a lot on my timeline.
What
bullets?
Hezbollah.
Oh,
Yeah, he pops up like so much.
like
my
on
thing.
your recommended
Okay,
to follow.
that
Yeah.
makes sense then. Because for me, okay, I feel
Why?
like it has been out there.
Why has bullet?
Cause I like him.
For
What
real?
does he do that
He's
you like?
cool. He's just cool, bro. You know he. The thing
He's
that he
an
wants
old
to
man,
do.
right?
He's 18.
No, he's 18.
The thing that he wants to do in his
Nah, he's
career.
like 19.
He's
or
probably like
something.
19 now, but
Yeah.
when he came out, he was 18.
No.
Yeah.
I said when he came out, like he was like a movie.
He kind of did came out of nowhere and just popped,
Yeah,
bro.
he did.
I bet you him at UFC fights, he'd just be like,
You know he doesn't want to be a fighter,
Duh, I thought it was a joke.
no way
No.
this fool can actually fight, though.
but he was gonna like do fights. You know what he wants to be for real?
He wants to be like Joe Rogan.
Nah, he wants to
What?
be a devoted like Muslim. Like he wants to be not a preacher. I don't know what they call him, but like he wants to
For real?
like teach the Muslim like religion.
Islam?
Yeah,
We gotta
like Islam
we gotta
religion.
recruit him, bro.
Yeah, he wants to be like a devoted. That's what he wants to be in his life.
So
he's trying to,
he
like,
acting a
fix
little
himself.
bad. I'm just kidding.
He's trying to like fix himself and stuff. So
Oh,
that's
is he
what he
really?
wants to be. Yeah.
That's nice. That's
So what do you call that, though?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you call, like I guess for us it would be like pastors, preachers, evangelizers.
I don't know.
What would you call them?
Probably
Like,
the same thing, like a preacher.
Like a preacher, like a
Preacher
Muslim preacher.
in our word.
Yeah, but that's what he wants to be.
Y'all trying to go to Islam Espanol.
Do they have that?
Yeah, I found it, bro. I saw
what
it
do
on
you mean,
YouTube.
Islam
No,
Espanol?
I found it. I saw a
Like-
YouTube video on it, right? Like the Islamic community is trying to
Like
reach out.
Islam, like Islam.
No, I'm being serious. The Islamic community is trying to reach out to the like Spanish people speaking. You know where there's one? Off of Court Road, on by In and Out. You know that 635.
Okay, hold on. Let's be clear again. Islam is a religion.
Yes.
Okay, so they're trying to recruit Mexicans
Or Spanish
or
people.
Spanish.
Because it's Islam,
There's one off
Espanol.
of 635 and where the
Where that In-N-Out is
In-N-Out is
Mm-hmm.
over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Right next to it.
Literally right next to it. You get. That's how I saw it. I was getting down for In-N-Out.
Because I know they got that one food place right there next to it too.
Oh, they have like that taco. It used to be this spot called Jimmy's Burritos or Jimmy's Hamburgers.
Jimmy John.
I don't know. I've only been there once.
Bro, they
So
smacked, and that's why I drove that way because I was gonna see if it's there, and I saw that.
And you were like tempted to go in, Lucky?
Nah, I was there. It's right now.
You should have chatted with them, bro.
I should have.
And you just and them trying to do that to you, you switch it on them.
Low-key.
Uno reverse card on them, and you convert them.
That's true.
See that?
But then when you're like when you're talking about something, and there's a group of people and then it's just you, then they all just gang up on you and start.
Yeah.
And you're just not gonna get nowhere.
That's true.
Well, that's when you just gotta get swing.
No, you just start fighting them.
That'd be crazy.
You walk away.
Yeah, I get it though.
But in your head, you just.
But then if you had like a whole group of people, then you'd be like, all right, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's easy to walk up to people and like share your faith?
I want to get better at it.
That to me, that's the hardest thing.
I don't think so. Well, I don't know.
I don't know. At the same time,
I
feel
want
like,
to though. But I think it's me. Like I'm shy. Like I can't talk. Like even if I wasn't sharing the faith, I'm already shy. In general.
like even if you had to just talk to them for anything, you would still feel some type of way.
Yeah. Like if
I
I'm
think
selling
that's
something.
kind of my position
Me too.
Like if I'm selling
Like-
something, like in sales.
Yeah.
Cause that's what I'm struggling with. Like I want to, like business wise. Like if you start a business, you gotta have sales in,
Oh, yeah.
in there. Like that's
You gotta be
big-
able to
know how to
communicate.
talk.
Yeah, you have to
Like,
learn how to
start
talk.
conversation,
And I'm
like-
like, I want that, But then I'm like, dang, bro, like I'm scared.
Yeah.
And then like me, even in my walk, like I feel like God has been telling me like, if you can't do that, how are you gonna speak for me? How are you gonna evangelize
yeah.
basically? And so basically, I wanna do that more.
No, for sure. To me, I
Like
think,
me and Jenny talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I was reading a book in the sauna. We were in the sauna at the gym. I was literally about to stand up and be like, "Y'all are all going to hell." No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Bro,
just kidding.
that's
I'm just kidding. That's what I said. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
That's what I said. Nah, low key, I wanted to be like, hey, like, just say a little
Yeah.
word. If y'all are going through anything.
nah, that's good, bro.
You seen them people that be going? I don't know if y'all seen it. I follow some people. They be going to like shoe stores, like at the mall, and they be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, can I get y'all's attention real quick? Jesus Christ died for y'all." And then I'll be looking at the comments. They be like, "That's not the way you do it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, maybe.
But
What do you think?
I don't
What do
know,
you
bro.
think?
It's because. I mean, I think it
comes
bro,
on
you
a-
have to have boldness, bro, to like do
You
stuff
do.
like that. And for people who say like that's not the way, I don't really think that there's like a specific way. So there's not like, oh, you only do this one way. Like,
Nah, I think there's a way. Cause what if I just tell you? What if I come up to you and I'm like, "Hey, do you know who Jesus Christ is?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm smoking weed, but I believe in Jesus." But I'm like, "Hey, you keep smoking weed, you're gonna go to hell. You're gonna do this. I just put all this negativity on you. What are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, bro, get out of here. Don't talk to me about that.
well, okay,
You're gonna feel
I'll
offended
say,
in a
like,
way.
the kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Remember last week we were sitting on the couch and you were like talking about like talking with love. And
Oh,
then sometimes
exactly.
you got to be straight
Yeah.
up with people. So I think it's when you build. If it's a random person, you're
Nah.
definitely not like, bro. If you do this and you keep doing that, you're going to hell. I
Yeah.
don't think you do it like that.
You're not supposed to.
There has to be like love in there, right? You have to kind of build that trust with that
Yeah.
person. But like what we were talking about earlier, like if y'all have trust with the person and y'all are friends and like y'all know each other for a long time, bro, you gotta set them straight, like tell them how it is. Cause then at that point you're just like, oh man, like I know you're doing what you're doing.
But I think we're talking about more of a random person kind of thing.
yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying.
Evangelizing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's where you said like a random person, like you're not gonna just walk up to them and be like you're going to hell.
So then, what is the right way to do it?
I think just state who Jesus is, like who Jesus is for me, for the person evangelizing, and then who Jesus is to the world.
But
in my
then,
view.
why would you say that? Maybe going up to like a whole crowd and screaming like.
Well, no, I didn't think that. The people in the
okay,
comments
okay.
said that, but then
No, but why?
how
You
effective
think that
is
that's
that?
fine? I don't think it's
I don't
very
know.
effective at all.
Exactly, I don't think it's very effective.
I think you can lose more people than you.
I like at Quick Trip, when I used to work at Quick Trip, there was a guy, he would come in. I don't know what he was. I don't know if he was a pastor or something. One time he had like a purple mohawk and like hair, and then one time he had a design in his hair and it said Ephesians, I don't know, Bible verse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then every time he would come in, every single time he would come in, he would be like, "Hey, God loves you yesterday, tomorrow, and forever." No, yesterday, today, and forever. And he would always say that every time he walks out. And then I remember my manager would be like, "Bro, I hate when he does that." And low-key, I was like, "Dang, bro, like that's bold. Like I want to do that, you know?" And like he was super nice, like.
But like your manager says, he hates when he does that, but maybe he doesn't hate when someone walks up to him and speaks to him on a deeper level,
Yeah,
on a more personal
yeah,
level.
some people aren't like that.
I think a lot of people aren't like that. I think more people would rather.
I think that's
have one-on-one. Like,
not bad, but
like not
like time-wise though, because I feel like for people like that, I think you have to build a relationship. But if we're talking about evangelism, like where I just come up to you and be like, "Hey, I want to introduce you to Jesus," whatever, right? Like, there's none of that. There's not building. Well, I feel like there's very minimal building. But there's people that are like, "Bro, if I don't know you, don't come talk to me."
Mm-hmm.
Which I think it's a very bad view because I feel like in other countries.
But that's the world.
That's the world. No, not even the world. Because I feel like when I used to be in Mexico, they were so nice. Like,
that's different.
But I think it's culture wise.
Yeah.
And like.
But our
I
culture.
think we're so used to people. Everybody's in a rush, bro.
Yeah, like
so nobody wants to give anybody
yeah.
a time, a part of their day where they're like, "Okay, I'll talk to you for like 10 minutes."
Yeah. Well, that's where
like
it becomes difficult.
Rush.
That's where it becomes difficult.
And I think that's kind of difficult with I mean, if you're trying to spread your faith.
But see, I think to me, I kind of liked it that guy's like, "Hey guys, like God loves you yesterday, today, and tomorrow."
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have a lot of time to talk to everybody, so he's just spitting it out there, and maybe like your manager probably didn't care about it.
Yeah.
But maybe the person behind him,
even
it's
me,
a reminder.
like he just like
exactly.
I was like, dang, he's bold and he's like he looks funny, but like he's just trying to.
He looks funny.
Well, yeah, he had a purple mohawk, and then he would.
But see, I guess it's like even if that touches one person, bro, and it's like makes that one person be like, dang, like that's true, like God does love me.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like I mean, to me, that's already worth it.
Yeah, that is.
So like your manager being like, no, I don't like. I hate that he does that every single day. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's more a problem with him, and he's dealing with stuff than it is with the other guy.
What do y'all think about that culture, that type of personality?
What, like being bold like that?
No, I'm talking about like my manager wise, because I feel like there's a plenty of people that are like that. That I've realized that a lot in our like school wise, work wise. Like it's very repulsive and very like, bro, I'm just doing me. Leave me alone. Yeah. And I think, in a way, because I notice a lot of people, you know, like they're like, I'm bored. I don't like my life. It's boring. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of that happens because they close up and that's all they know.
Yeah.
And they're very just like, I'm going to just go home and just chill, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like that's bad, but I feel like in a Christian lifestyle or I mean, I want to see the world like
for sure.
be Christian.
How do you change somebody that has that point of view though? I feel like they have to want,
bro.
They have to want change themselves.
Definitely.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, I'm that type of person.
Yeah, you are.
Like I'm like, bro, don't come up to me. Don't.
Yeah, you are.
Like I will literally fight you if you come up to me.
Yeah.
But in the same way, like I feel like.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like I'm that type
like,
of person.
Adon's that type. Like I feel like if he's at school UTA, and anybody comes up to him, he's gonna be like, bro he's
like,
probably gonna walk away. He's not gonna care, and he's probably not even gonna say nothing. He's probably gonna mug you like a slight mug and just walk away.
But it's not because I don't know. I guess that's just how I am. But luckily, like for me, it was different because I had kind of already had that trust in somebody that it's like.
Yeah.
So what I feel like is the people in the church that already have connections with other people have to do more, as in do more to help the people that they know that aren't saved. Mm-hmm. For example, like a
friend,
like me with my friends from school. Like I have to do more with the people that I already have trust in and people that already trust me to change them before I can try to change. Before I even think of changing like a random person that I ever see on the street. And it's like everyone says like, oh, I want change. I want this thing. I want to see these people come to Christ. But then they go at it and they do the least effective way. And they'll go like to any random person and try to work their way in the little amount of time they have or in the little amount of encounters that they have, try to work their way in. When in reality, you have people right next to you that aren't saved, that's true. That are acting the same way. that
I
you can
agree,
you
yeah.
can have way more impact on.
Yeah.
But it's all about taking that step.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
think,
like,
I definitely agree with that. And I think, remember how we talked about like what's a characteristic of a Christian or whatever?
Yeah.
I think there is a strong, or how can I say, a characteristic that every Christian should have, like definitely, that hands
Yeah.
down. But I do believe with the person that you are, like, you know, like you don't like going and talking and being in a big crowd, right? Like you wouldn't want to talk in a big crowd to someone,
yeah.
right? But like that doesn't suit you. But like you still have the responsibility, I guess, to spread your faith, right? But you're gonna do it in your circle.
In your way.
And, you know, and I feel like some of us are called maybe in a bigger
Yeah.
circle to evangelize.
See, and that's why I respect you so much.
Yeah,
in that
but
way.
you should never like. I should never tell you, hey, bro, you need to come over here.
No,
maybe
yeah.
you. I mean, it's always okay to try. You know, like maybe
For sure.
you are called and you
Yeah.
don't know, and maybe
No, but
like
I think that as Christians though we are called to like reach the lost.
yeah.
But I think kind of like what you said and what y'all are saying is like reach the people who are around you, and then they're gonna reach people too.
Exactly.
And then it's just gonna have a big old ripple effect.
It's kind of like, yeah.
bro, like your circle's gonna be like this big, but then everybody in that circle has their circle too, and then it's just like, bro, it's like. And it's like a big old like infect.
I
wouldn't call it
I was gonna say
infection.
something. I was gonna
Yeah.
say not to be weird, but it's kind of like a virus.
Yeah,
like,
bro. Like it spreads.
like, it
bro, and
spreads,
before you know
yeah.
it, bro,
That's
like,
true.
You reach one person or like your group.
But there's many ways to
reach
do
like
that,
5
but
people,
I feel
those
like-
5, at least
yeah.
they reach 3, and then another like, bro, like it just keeps going. You know.
Definitely.
But I agree, bro.
That-
I mean, I think that
that's
there's a lot
sparking
of
change.
effective
And I
ways
feel like-
to do it.
Like I ain't gonna lie, like I mean, I wanna bring people to church, you know,
Yeah.
or to the youth ministry in a way. And sometimes like how do I just be me and Jenny be going places and we're like go talk to him, but we never do it, you know. And I be messing with her like go talk. Jenny low key look like she about to, bro.
No, I know Jenny, and Jenny's so down, bro.
Jenny is so down. Like she would go up there and she would literally like if I. Like she's probably getting up, and I'm like, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like,
I'm
but
just kidding, 'cause
chill.
I'm not like ready. Like mentally, I'm just joking, but I'm not ready.
Nah, but she'll go up to.
But I do want to. Like I want to
Yeah.
get in that type of mindset where like I could just because it makes me more like I can spread my faith. I can
For sure,
talk
yeah.
more about it, get more comfortable speaking
Yeah,
a lot of it.
I think
But
so
then,
too. Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Y'all agree that that's like the main point about like being a Christian
Spreading.
is about
About
like,
bringing people to faith
bringing
and
people
stuff.
to Him, and like I guess
I think
I wouldn't like necessarily call us like evangelizers, but like I guess being one to like I guess disciple people and bring people to Christ, and at the same time like disciple them.
that's true.
You think that's like our purpose as Christians?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think.
I
I
think
mean,
so,
what
yeah.
did Jesus?
I
say?
think
Like,
that's like our
Main goal.
Yeah, I guess you can say. What is it?
Like, what did Jesus say? One thing that I'm thinking is like, what did you say? Love me first, right? And then
Yeah.
what was the second one? Love your neighbor.
Mhm.
So I think like that's a really core.
I think
core-
that's our purpose on this earth, but our calling could be different than that.
For sure, yeah.
That's true.
I think
No, I think
whatever
that's.
our
I
calling
think. I
is-
think that's like a general. Like everyone
Yeah.
is gonna have this.
Yeah.
But say like I'm gonna go love people from Africa and go evangelize.
I think
somewhere. But you might just be
everyone's
here.
supposed to do it, but everyone has different ways.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people have different ways.
I think,
And like we said, like me, I'm not the one to do what he does.
yeah, exactly.
And but he can also not do stuff the way I do it. You
Yeah.
know what I
That's
mean?
true.
But like you said, like everyone, like that's our purpose, but we all have different calling.
Mm-hmm.
So like your calling, if it's to be an engineer,
Mm.
like it's gonna put you around people that we would probably never be
Never
around.
around.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like where you're at, that's where you reach the people you're around, right?
Mhm.
I agree, bro. Yeah.
That's the way
And
we make this whole thing work, bro.
I think
Exactly.
another thing that like yeah, we're all like yes, that's the same track, but I think there's some people that start thinking like a little bit further, and start thinking like, dang, what was I about to say? My bad, I just went blank. That start
It's all
thinking, oh, they kind of get off track and be like, oh, then that means I could do it my own way, or like,
Yeah.
or they're kind of, or they start thinking like, oh, so every Christian is supposed to be the same. You know, like all we're all
Yeah.
supposed to be same. But I think there's a characteristic that there's many characteristics like the fruits of the spirit that we all are gonna have. But
Yeah.
I know God has blessed us with maybe an engineer wise, you
Yeah.
know, or just different characteristics that God's gonna use for us. And I think the enemy might use those things to confuse it's like maybe back then, like rap, now Christian rap, like, oh, maybe 10, 20 years ago, that was like, oh, you can't do that, you know, like, it's so awful. But like, look at what God has used now. There's big community stuff like that, you know, in other genres, and even nowadays, like, I don't know, what is there, like.
So do y'all feel like you have to be a certain level of spiritual maturity to be able to do these things, or do you think if you're just getting involved in the church and you're starting your walk with faith, that you can automatic from there, it's like you now have this responsibility to bring people to the light?
I think I guess the way that I see it is you have to be at a certain level to be able to like reach other people. Yeah. Because like, bro, if you're a brand new Christian, bro, like you could lead people wrong too, right? Because you're not mature. You know, and like, you know, Pastor Angel has talked about like being a baby Christian and then maturing into, you know, a mature Christian. And even Alan, bro, last week said about the Hillsong thing. He's like, I wouldn't advise it to people who are baby Christians because they're not like knowledgeable and they don't know it. That seeing that might turn them away and be like, wait, church is actually like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this happens in churches, but us as like more mature Christians, we could see that and be like, they're wrong, but they're not like too far gone either. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like, you do have to be at a certain type of maturity to start, you know, I guess like discipling and evangelizing and reaching people.
I think that's definitely true, but because like over time you're gonna mature as a Christian. Exactly, if you're seeking Him, right? Yeah. You're gonna just transform yourself as you're never gonna end. That's what I'm figuring out now. Like you're never gonna be a mature, like a full. There's no more. You graduated. There's nothing after this. After you become a mature Christian, I know you're always maturing in a way, right? And but I don't want to say like don't be afraid either. Like if you just got saved, like and you feel like, man, Jesus loves you, or like I don't know, like I want to go tell my whole family about this. Don't be afraid either. Like,
because I feel like you always talk about that fire that you had, right? Whenever you were barely like getting into your faith, and that's like, bro, you can really with that fire and that just will to like want to seek God, you can use that to your advantage and really impact a lot of people when you're barely starting off. That's why I kind of asked that question, because it was like, you know, you hear a lot of people that they say, oh, I want that fire that I had whenever I first encountered God.
A lot of people call it the honeymoon phase with God. Exactly. And I think,
but during that phase, do you think it's fine to spread like as much as you can? Put it out.
I think I did.
You feel like you did that?
Yeah, in school. Bro, I was so fired up. Like, when I started the Bible study, like, bro.
No, for sure.
I was like, I didn't care if 3 people came in. Like, I was about to give a word, you know, or like, people already knew me, like, oh, don't cuss around him, stuff like that. Or like, don't, he's Christian, be careful. And then the crazy thing is, when I started being more, I love this. I love what I started researching after the podcast with Alan when he said apologetic. He started becoming apologetic his senior year, and I was like thinking back. I was like, oh, so unapologetic. Unapologetic, yeah. Like basically, like I was like, dang, bro, like you didn't care. You like, don't care what anybody thinks. And I'm gonna be firm on my faith, you know. Yeah. And people started noticing that. And a beautiful thing that I noticed, people noticed it so much that they came and talked to me, like in private, you know? Like, there's a crazy story. One time, one of my friends, he was high off something. He was high off shrooms, right? And he called one of my friends. He called one of my friends, right? He was with my other friend. He told him, go call Alex. Wow. That's crazy. Like, he called, because he said he couldn't drive back home, so I had to drive to that other friend's house. So they were hanging out, and he was out of there. He said he literally felt like static, like when the TV goes that's what he felt, right? And bro, I was like, bro, like
it makes you feel weird.
Your whole body's numb.
That hurts.
That hurts. No, like bro, like imagine feeling static.
Static, like he just felt like all like.
You ever done shrooms? No, I ain't never done shrooms. You've done shrooms?
No, heck no.
Oh.
And then like crazy thing, like I drove him back to his house, and I told him, and I started praying for him. Yeah. I started praying for him, like praying for him so hard. I was just like, bro, like you need to stop doing this, right? And bro, instantly he just like said, huh, like he started crying real loud, and like out of nowhere he just like, bro, I'm sober, like literally I'm sober.
Wow.
And like literally out of nowhere he was like, bro, cause I drove his truck, I didn't drive a car because I had to drape, so my other friend, the other friend that he was with, he doesn't do drugs or anything, and he drove back because I was gonna go drive with him. Yeah. So he told him, "Hey, go tell our other friend, go tell him, go home. I could take you home now. Like I'm good. Like I'm literally good, bro. Like you literally like I don't know what you did, right?" And the crazy thing, I was like he was like so fired up. I was like, "What the heck?" Like I just prayed for him, bro. I was like, "Bro, like I just told him like, hey, bro, just stay home, go. Like you're good. You know, we could chop it up later. You know." It was pretty late too, and I just left with my friend. But
yeah,
like
wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
though.
like it was crazy when.
Was that like the first experience you had of something like that
like,
you've seen with your own eyes? Like, hold on, I might have something like some kind of.
Nah, I don't think so. Cause there's other times when I was by myself where I'm just like, bro, like
I'm saying with other people though.
With other people, maybe, like crazy like that, kind of crazy.
I don't feel like you ever told me no story like that.
I've had some stories in my books. I'm waiting for my bigger ones though. Like
Sure.
when we hear about Pastor Angel rebuking some demons.
Yeah.
Bro, the other day we were talking about demons with the youth and they were getting scared. I was like, what y'all scared about? Bro, like they were getting so scared. I was like, bro, we better rebuke some things.
Yeah.
But I think you did topics like that. I think you got to be mature too.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Speaking of the youth, I know like you're one to serving the youth. I just want you to speak on like how different do you think youth is now compared to maybe 20 years ago? So like in the time that you've been alive, I know you weren't around in the youth 20 years ago, but the main thing is the internet. Yeah,
basically where people, the world says like, hey, well, I believe like our youth need like something firm to be on or something, right? And I mean, me as a Christian, I believe it's Jesus, it's Christianity, because one, I think, where we're from, like where we grew up, we do see both sides. Like I had friends that were, like, I guess the way we grew up, or like I did, like I had friends that were bad, you know, like smoke weed. Some of them, their parents really didn't care about them, stuff like that. But then once I started getting older, I started seeing those kids that their parents cared about them. They thought about college, where I hung out with some people that didn't even know what college was.
Yeah.
And like I was literally in the middle. And me too, like sometimes I wanted to be bad, but I cared about school, you know, like I cared about, I don't know, I wanted to go to college. I had both my parents.
Are they too loud?
I don't know.
Is the door open?
Just go tell them to go like this. I think like the world says like, oh, we need our youth to be, I don't know, grounded on something, right? Yeah. Like every type of youth, right? And basically how we grew up, I saw that, you know, like I grew up, we didn't grow up in a very ugly place, but we also didn't grow up in a very nice place. And I guess growing up, I saw both things. Like I saw kids that wanted to go to college, that had both their parents in their home, or like they felt prosperous, you know, they had dreams, they had things they wanted to do. But on the other side, I had friends that they just smoked weed, they didn't care. They dropped out middle school. Like I had some friends that dropped out in middle school, and I thought that was crazy. Wow. Stuff like that, and I would hang out with them, stuff like that. And both ends, like you need Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
And there's a I'm believing, and I'm seeing that more in our community. There's a very high risk youth, you know, like bad. They're gonna go into bad areas, you know. And I don't think we talk about this a lot. Like where we talk, like what do we do with those type of youth? Those bad, they wanna them baby kids, you know. Like what do you want to do with them? But I think you do it the same. I just feel like we've never crossed that line, or I guess our ministry, you know.
Yeah.
And I talked to Alan about it one time, and he says like there's ministries that gravitate towards that, and I believe that. But I think there's definitely a calling for my city, you know, and that's us, and that's both sides. You know, there's some kids that. And I'm not saying like this side is pretty too, because this side looks pretty on the outside, but deep down it's just as jacked up or even worse. Because I feel like sometimes these kids struggle with suicide, I don't know, depression, stuff like that we've never get to see. And this side is more more visible, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That might be it though. Like you said,
and I
it
think,
looks worse, but really they're both just
They're
as
both the
bad.
same, yeah.
It's just different in different areas.
and I think with the root cause of all that is the enemy. I believe that
yeah.
spiritual,
I agree.
generational curses.
Yeah.
If you don't break them, if you don't have Jesus, and I know a lot of people don't see that, a lot of people don't understand that from the world, but I believe if you have a strong foundation in Jesus and we start implementing that, and they find that, like the world is gonna say like, fine, you know, like a lot of people also say like Islam, like if you see like you know you stir away from drugs, you have a discipline to stay focused on your religion, you know.
Yeah.
But mine's Christianity all day and every
for
aspect.
sure, yeah.
Like I think you're never gonna get the same love you receive from Jesus in any aspect. Like there's people that have never received that love, and I believe that's true love, you know.
Yeah.
And these kids need that. Even if we growing up we think that was weird, but deep down the scars need it, you know. And I
Yeah.
think our
Yeah.
youth definitely need that.
Yeah, I think, you know, like you said, kind of growing up, you saw the two
Both.
worlds, right?
Mm.
And it was the same for me. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like in my family, like you would see a lot of, like, bro, the complete opposite. Like when I would be around them, it would just be like, dang, maybe I'm not meant to do something greater. Maybe I'm not meant to, you know, have a career. Like, maybe I'm just supposed to fall into this, like you said, generational curse where it's just like we live in off of
Like
what
you
we
repeat
live
the
in.
cycle all the time.
Exactly. And honestly, it was easy for me to see that. And I think a lot of people, they see it, but they don't really recognize what it actually is.
Yeah, definitely.
So kind of like what you said, like if it's hard for you to see that, like I think it's easy for you to see, but it's hard for you to recognize what you're actually looking at.
Yeah.
So you'll see,
And maybe over time, like maybe once you're older, you see that.
You'll be like, bro, so I went to juvenile. My father went to juvenile.
Yeah.
His father before that was in juvenile. Like,
or like
maybe, or just bad.
reckless, bad.
Like, yeah. So then now you start to realize, like, you see that, right? But then it isn't until you actually put your mind to it that you realize, okay, this is something deeper than just, it's my father kind of thing.
Yeah.
Deeper than it's just
if you deep down really,
if you really go and dissect like what are the reasons,
you start dissecting. Even if you're like walking mature Christian, you start dissecting things where you're like, dang, bro, like, dang, my mom struggled with this, my pop struggled with this, like, dang, what the heck? And like deep, like the Holy Spirit gives you these revelations, and you break through. You're like, dang, I went through that, but I don't have that no more, you know. And that's the beautiful thing about walking with the Lord, you know. And some people are creating, they're just circles, going in circles.
Yeah.
Their kids are doing it, then their kids are doing it, then their kids are doing it, and it's just a full circle, and it never gets broken. And
I think that was my main motivation to even,
and like,
I guess, go to college and to seek better for myself. Was that I didn't want to be the next, you know, same person in my family. Like,
you wanted to break that cycle. That was just kept repeating with everybody.
And to my opinion, if you say like if you start creating I don't know, like an organization that helps these type of kids, us spiritually, and a group that's not spiritual, I mean, maybe I don't think they're ever gonna find the root because it's not physical, it's spiritual, and you can't find it without, I mean, in my words, the Lord, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like even if you start like implementing like, hey, like find this, you know, or like a good like a good, you know, like an organization that's not linked to Christianity, and they implement it in schools and stuff.
No,
I don't
it's
think
never gonna
it's
fix
never
it.
gonna fix it.
Yeah.
And I think if we implement, like my huge goal is bringing the God back into schools, and I think it would create a very better environment where, cause bro, even if you say like me working in the police department, I'm gonna be very honest. These juveniles come in, they do not care. I feel like there has to be something that tells them that has to, like, I wish there was a little group that just be like talks to these juveniles and tells them, hey, what's wrong with them, and maybe just link up to them. But the government is not gonna care. There's no funds for that, nothing. And I believe who's more called for it than
you think
just
that's the church's job?
I believe that.
To make those,
what did we just
those
talk
groups?
about? Like your neighbor, the person you love, you know?
True.
And I think that's very true. And then if you're talking about schools, they do not get paid enough. And bless those teachers that did care. Like I had some teachers that cared.
For sure. But then there's a lot of that didn't.
But yes, there's many that didn't. And even then, those teachers that did care, they have their own problems and family, you know?
Yeah.
And like to them,
they can only put so much in.
Yeah, it's clock in and clock out just to what they're meant to do, and it's teach, right? Teach their subject. But I do believe like if there's an organization, a club, something that's reaching out, because if you could just say, hey, I set this up, nobody's coming. But if we're reaching out into, I don't know, classrooms, inviting, creating programs, I don't know, like I think you start getting one-on-one with the students and actually care what they're going through. Like, bro, like I've heard kids like,
I think it's just being intentional about what you really want to push, like the what you really want to bring to change, being intentional about it, and you'll see the fruits come.
Definitely. And I see,
because you could see when someone is genuine and when someone isn't genuine.
Yeah.
You could tell just by
even
their
if
demeanor
even if they're slight, genuine, you know, like, but deep down, in a way, they're wearing a mask. You could tell.
Yeah, for sure.
Deep down.
Yep.
And I think talking about the youth, I think we definitely need that. Like just the other day, some kid came in the jail, and he told me like he got charged for fighting an officer or like tussling with him. I forgot what the charge was, and for restraining, he didn't want to get arrested, right? And he told me, bro, I was just in the hallway and the officer like came up to me. He tried to arrest me, and I didn't want to, you know. And supposedly he got pepper spray and everything. I told him, what school do you go to? He was like, I don't know. He literally didn't know. And I was like, is it by West? Is it this? You know, what school is it? He was like, and I said like inter-exchange class. I don't know what he said. And I told him, is it Mesquite Academy? He was like, yeah, I think it is. And I just started chopping it up with him. And I told him, what do you want to do when you graduate? And he was like, he looked down. He was like, I don't know, get a job. And I was just like, dang, like he doesn't know, you know? Yeah. And like I told him like, hey, bro, I took him back to the cell and I just kind of talked to him. I was like, this doesn't define you, you know? Like I told him this. I told him like, I don't want to see you on the other side, all right? When you grow up, I don't want to ever see you here or on the other side. You know, the other side is for like the big adults. And I was like, I don't want to see you in here. And I just told him,
how old was he?
He was 15. He was like, I know you don't want to go to school. You want to work. I was like, I recommend like doing, I don't know, like a good trade, you know. And I figured he probably doesn't know what that means. And I was just like, look into like AC or like welding, you know, and like stuff like that. You know, just like there's avenues even for like just because you go to college. Because I feel like I struggled with that, you know, like if I don't go to college, I'm a failure, you know. Or like even if I'm not the smart, if I don't go to college, like nah, like there's a huge avenues that people could go through. And I think
for sure.
We have to be more intentional with our youth on every aspect, family-wise, what they go through, their future.
Cause it's like, bro, we don't got nothing else. When we leave here, we don't take nothing with us.
Yep.
It's just on to the next generations and generations.
Sure.
And if we can leave one thing, it will be, you know, our faith and just trying to better the world in what little we can. You know, one person's not gonna make a difference, but if you find a lot of people that are willing to, you know, want this change, and you know, we can make something happen.
And I think it's hard, even for the person like me or like us as Christians, like that want to see a change. Like it's hard. What if it doesn't happen as fast, or are we even doing the right thing? Even if we're like don't see any fruits, but I believe like if you stay consistent and and God told you to do it, is meant to happen, you know. And even if you don't, you planted your small seed that is eventually going to grow and bear fruit.
I agree,
Definitely.
Well, I think this is the end of this episode, episode 5. We talked about a lot.
We did. Everywhere.
This was kind of, we had a topic set up, but I mean, sometimes it's just like we don't have no topic and we just want to talk about it. We just want to talk.
Yeah, we had a topic, but
but
we started and we were just kind of talking, chopping it up, and we were talking about a whole bunch of different things, and we were like, let's just keep it going.
That's the whole point, you know?
For another. We'll save the topic.
This is just chopping it up on a Saturday with the boys.
That's really good, you know. Like we could do that, and it's really fun. We get into it. We get deep.
For real,
for sure.
So we thank y'all for watching. This has been the 5th episode of the Soulcial Misfits podcast, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.